Um, it's kind of something that my roommates and I have always done. Um, it's we did it for the first time sophomore year, and decided we were all just going to grow our beards out and see who was the manliest and who could grow the coolest beard. I think the idea for No Shave November it's sort of just, you see things on Facebook, you see things like all of a sudden kind of around the middle of November you start to notice there's a lot of people with awesome beards going on, and you wonder, oh, what's that about? And you kind of start to put things together, and it's good, it's alliterative. It's got like a fun ring to it. It's a great way to kind of piss your girlfriend off because you're growing a beard and she can't tell you to shave because it's No Shave November. It's great.
So how's your beard coming so far?
My beard is pretty good. It gets a little itchy right around now is when it starts to get itchy. But I'm pretty pleased with it. I tend to have my particular beard is a little weird because I have some bald spots in it right over here, and then I have one down here too, which makes it kind of tough. But I still feel like I still feel pretty good about about it as a whole, and it'll fill in a little bit better. But right now it's good. It's just itchy. I think No Shave November is important because I think that it's a way it harkens back to a time when men were men, and you grew beards, and everybody knew how to chop lumber and build houses out of logs, and wear flannel shirts, and it's about bringing people together, and it's about growing beards with your friends, and drinking Milwaukee's best beer and eating steaks that you've barely cooked because you like them rare. It's just about manliness and togetherness and brotherhood. There's no way Justin's beard will be better than mine. Justin is essentially a prepubescent boy and has absolutely no hope of outgrowing me in this beard competition. So I expect Justin's beard to look. You and Justin will probably have the same beard at the end of this month. Also, at the end of the month, it's also having a beard is kind of like having a blank canvas with which to work from in the facial hair department, because you can kind of turn it into anything you want. Like I was thinking about doing like the down the side like chin strap beard. Or like a mustache goatee thing. Oh, I can't really connect in here. So there's a lot of different stuff that I've been thinking about in the beard look. But it's nice at the end of the month because then for a couple days in December you get to experiment with your facial hair too, which is also like a nice treat. Although it's also weird because a lot of times people in your classes like who maybe don't know what you're doing just think you're a weirdo. Like, I had a mustache for a little while sophomore year, and people in my class just, like, looked at me weird, like I was some sort of idiot. Although, I think secretly they were probably jealous, and the girls were probably into it a little bit. I think so, and that's probably another part of it is that next year, well, I probably won't ever get a job ever, so this is a bad example, but, I feel like, personally, I feel like this is my last great chance to just grow a beard irresponsibly for no reason, Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to just grow a beard. I have to be professional at some point, even if I go into sports journalism, which is probably the least professional industry in the world. That's not true, but I think that, I think it's really a shame that culturally, the serious business world isn't accepting of No Shave November, because I think that your facial hair is an expression of how you are on the inside, and if you feel good about who you are and you're lighthearted and you're having a good time and you're happy and you want to grow a beard, I think that your employer should be supportive of that, and I think it's too bad that it's not like that. I feel like like we don't live in North Korea. I think you should be able to grow a beard and go to work and not be ridiculed. I didn't vote for President Kim Jong-il. Like, I just, I want to be able to grow a beard, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
Anything else?
I'll sit here and talk about my beard all day. I don't even care.
I think this is good for us. About your No Shave November experience.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a No Shave November virgin. I lost my No Shave November cherry years ago. But it's still like a new experience every time because your beard sort of develops and it has new dimensions to it and things like that. So it's really never the same. But I would say I had an overall positive experience. It kind of goes in phases. Early on, it's kind of stubbly, and then it gets really itchy for a while. And then you sort of fills in it, and you kind of look like, well, in my case, I look like the Brownie Man, the paper towel guy. So that's really been positive for me. I think I'm really happy with where my beard is now. Fact of the matter is it's December 2nd. I haven't shaved it yet. Kind of liking it.
What's the response been from people? What's the response been from people on campus?
I don't get a lot of responses. I would say most people don't notice. Most people don't, people just don't care anymore. They don't notice the subtle things. You get a haircut, grow a beard. People, it's really a shame that people, because you put a lot of work into it. Well, I put less work into it because I didn't shave. But emotionally, there was a lot of work invested. But also, I think, it's also excusable to a certain extent because it happens gradually. So it sneaks up on people. And then sort of all of a sudden people go, whoa, you have a beard? Really what happens is Thanksgiving is a big time. You go home and everybody goes, what, you have a beard now? And you have to explain to them what No Shave November is. And, aunts and uncles tend to think that's pretty funny because they don't really know what it is.
So when you explain it to them, what do you say?
They'll say, well, you have a beard now? I say, oh, well, it's No Shave November. And people tend to get what it is at that point. The name is pretty self-explanatory, Fun, I got more opinions. Let's talk about beards. Mine is better than Justin's. Are you going to talk about Justin's beard in there?
Why is it better than Justin's?
Because his sucks. Mine is much better. His is like scraggly. And here, our photographer, Anne, felt both of our beards. Mine is much softer. His feels like you're rubbing your face against steel wool, dipped in acid. Mine is like a fine silk on my face.
Did you groom your beard at all?
I would shampoo it a little bit because that helps with the itchiness. Other than that, not really.
Decrease your amount of time spent getting ready in the morning?
I would say no. I tend not to shave in the morning. I tend not to shave very much even when it's not November. I tend to kind of end up growing a beard for like a week and a half, and then I kind of realize I look homeless, and then I shave. Don't put that in there. But I say I look homeless. That sounds bad. But I tend, eventually it kind of gets to the point where, I would say it does cut down a little bit of personal grooming time over the course of the day, but you spend a little extra time in the shower then shampooing your beard, which is, I would say it's a net gain in free time.
Answer this in a full sentence.
I would say if my beard were a person, it would probably be some combination, like half George Clooney, half Jean-Claude Van Damme, in the sense that it would be very smooth and sophisticated, but also be able to deliver a swift roundhouse kick. And I think that would be like a pretty fair comparison.
If you described Justin's beard the same way, how would you say?
Probably Rosie O'Donnell. I would say Justin's beard is something like Rosie O'Donnell. That's how I would describe it.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I do have a girlfriend.
And what does she think about the beard?
She actually likes the beard. She's not anti-facial hair, which a lot of women are, so I'm very lucky in that sense. I think she likes how rugged and masculine it makes me look. Not that I'm not rugged and masculine all the time during the other months of the year, during the normal shave months, if you will. But she does like the beard, especially when it kind of gets to this point and it actually looks, when it gets to the full Clooney Van Damme stage, when it gets to the full, it gets to full force. Now, what she won't like is if I kind of end up treating my beard like a blank canvas at the end of No Shave November, and I can kind of turn it into whatever facial hair I like. I've done mustaches, I've done Fu Manchu. She doesn't like when that happens, because then she kind of has to walk around with me and look like, God, who is this idiot with this beard? But for the most part, I would say that she's supportive of No Shave November. She's not supportive of ridiculous facial hair December.
So do you plan on doing that this year?
Probably, almost certainly.